Just be a wall and a fly in the wall.
Should have one on the floor you're leaning against. Oh,
A wall and a fly in the wall. So for some reason I'm getting echo. Oh, because the thing is still on, right? Okay, good. All right. Doesn't mean that we have to push through. It doesn't mean that we have to do very hard things. It's just a different way to use the wall as a prop. So Mohan hopefully also got, right, to get to be in a wall. So I wonder how this is going to work with my microphone. So as we start our yoga practice, it's not a class, right? Nobody's teaching anything, or anything to anybody. We are just practicing together, and the whole intention is not to be a purely physical exercise. It's going to be through our physical body. We're going to feel the physical body for sure, but it doesn't mean that we are just strictly thinking about the physical body. It's through the physical body that we get into what the concept of yoga is. So what is the concept of yoga? What does the word yoga mean? And that comes from the Sanskrit root word yug, which means to connect, to yoke things together. And so then the question rises up of what are we yoking to? And that's a very personal decision. What are we connecting to? What are we thinking about, right? That is, we call this, of course, moving meditation, because we're trying to bring the mind. We bring a lot of things from the outside world into our yoga practice, into this moment. So what are we bringing with us? Where is our intention versus our expectations, right? We expect many times things about the circumstances that we enter into our lives as much as we expect of ourselves. It reflects on others. So can we stay in a space that is less of expectation, but more of maybe inquiry, into creating an intention rather than expectation of the physical body. So it's not about performing, as anything in yoga. It's not about the performance of an activity, but it's about the connection and what is most beneficial to my body in that perfect moment. So a great example that we can focus on at first is to bring awareness, right? The research and brain research shows that awareness of our senses, how do we connect the brain to the present moment? We're talking about just the physical brain, right? The neurons and the different lobes of our brain and the different portions of that cerebrum. How do we connect to that and to the rest of the body? How do we become present that way? And it's simply by bringing awareness to our senses. So what are our senses telling us? Where are we sitting? Are we in a place that is comfortable? Are we aware of the surroundings? Somebody might walk into the door, might be somebody's making a noise that might be distracting, or we might be thinking outwardly about the things that are going around us, rather than setting a space of, I know, I've calculated, I've analyzed, and I've stored the spatial surroundings. And now I am in a space of comfort, or a moment of I can actually start feeling my place on my yoga mat. I can start feeling my sitting bones on the ground. I can feel how comfortable my legs are extended, cross, one leg extended, the other one cross, in easy cross leg position, in whatever many poses we can do. It doesn't matter what the form is, as I said. It's about just becoming aware. Can I really start connecting to the senses of touch? Can I feel that my skin is connecting to the temperature around me, the surface of my yoga mat, the wall behind, the position of my shoulders, the position of my neck, the position of my head? Is my bite tight, or is it softened? Am I frowning? Am I holding my breath, my tummy? Am I trying to push myself against the wall through my knees? Or am I just simply sitting and allow myself to, again, drift away from all those expectations and become just more present? And letting maybe a little bit of awareness of my eyesight. Sometimes it helps to close the eyes so I don't have to be looking outwardly. I don't have to be constantly paying attention externally. I can focus inside. I can look with my mind's eye. Where is the position of my every part of the body that I need to pay attention to? And what are the parts of my body that usually catch my attention? It's usually my knee, or is it usually my lower back? And sometimes it's my neck, it's my shoulder, my chest, whatever it is that I hold tension or find resistance in the movement. That's where I need to place attention and really just start looking, not because you want to change it, not because it's bad, it's because there's a reason behind it. And we are going to be just curious about what that is and how can we allow it to release and not hold tightness and recycle that same idea, but allow that idea to be just released kindly. And then the breath comes into play. And we recommend that we close the lips and the mouth and we simply exhale through the nose gently. And we get used to observing the inhalation that comes through the nose as we, again, breathe in or inhale. We find the body opening a little bit and shifting a little bit. And the exhalation comes one more time to surrender the pressure, the tension, the ideas, the thoughts. We pause for a second into that exhalation and then inhale, breathing as deeply as your body allows it. Do you need energy? Do you need calm? Do you need, again, activation of the body? Whichever it is that you need, just simply absorb it and hold it for a tiny second until your body's ready, and your body will tell you to exhale and to breathe out and to empty out from the diaphragm, from the base of the lungs. We pause, we inhale one more time. We pause to really let that fresh oxygen soak into our red blood cells. And then we exhale whatever the red blood cells give up, because they also have to give up something. So, what are we exhaling out? Can we take one final attentive breath in to prepare the body? The oxygenation comes into every one of the muscles, joints. We hold it to let it soak into our lungs, and let the exhalation come very gently to your physical body. And then slowly, maybe your arms move gently towards the sides of the baseboard and maybe towards the sides of the body. And maybe your arms brush the fingernails across the wall until they reach above the shoulders as high as you need to, or bending the elbows and just be as wide as you need to without arching the lower back from the wall, but flattening the belly into the wall, and feeling that the spine lengthens and the fingertips slowly extend gently as wide as possible away from the palms of the hands, depending on the intensity of your physical body. Feel your extension at the back of the arms, at the back of your wrists, the back of the elbows and shoulders extend, and you open your chest one more time. Breathe in through the crown of the head as if you're just pressing the crown of the head away from the tailbone, and the tailbone grounds when you exhale deeper towards the floor. One more time, breathing in. And when your body's ready, allow your arms to slowly move away from the wall, forward and down. See, without separating the shoulders, without separating the shoulder blades from touching the wall. Exhaling, kindly raise slowly your right arm up as you're inhaling on the wall, gently brushing your fingernails into it, and allowing the exhalation to slowly let the left hand on the floor, on the baseboard, and reach out across the wall towards the left side of your body. And you can feel the abdomen. You can feel that your right hip is not raising off the ground, that you're activating your oblique muscles, the intercostal muscles, the entire lat muscles, then maybe the exterior and interior shoulder muscles, the deltoids to support the shoulder blade, the entire scapulary. The head looks towards the ground with your ear closest to the floor. The head looks slowly in front of your body if that's more comfortable for your neck, or your head may look towards the right underarm if that's what your body allows it. Without raising the right hip, feel that your body leans a little bit, stretching and opening the side of your body, and let that side of your body breathe. And so what happens when we exhale and you breathe out through your tummy one last time? Can you feel that your lungs expand the right side of your rib cage? As your body exhales, soften, no pressure, no tension, in a slow and gentle and as many breaths it takes you, raise, walk your left hand in, raise the right arm up, inhale. Again, the movements follow your breath, and you raise or you release the right hand towards the ground, settle gently into this position, breathe in, allow your right hand to slowly come towards the side of your body and your left arm to come gently outside the shoulder, fingernails, arm extends as little or as much as your body needs to, and maybe over your head if your body is ready to slowly extend. And you can feel how your right hand comes as far away from the body as possible with your right forearm, elbow, shoulder blade, head, neck, ears, depending on where you choose to place your head, looking up, middle, or down towards the ground, and feel that your left side of your body, from the waist, from the oblique muscles, the muscles that connect to your psoas, the muscles that connect to your hip, the spine that supports the rib cage, supports the shoulders, support the position. When the body exhales, you can feel how your lower back flattens deeper into the wall so you can align the vertebrae column. It's not about crunching, it's not about pushing, it's about aligning. Support the prop of the wall as this is really maintaining your spine long and extended. When your last long inhalation, can you feel that the breath expands your left lung? And as your body exhales, slowly walk your right hand in so you can feel the left arm coming gently all the way towards the sky. And then outside the shoulder, towards the ground, towards the baseboard, and the body exhales very kindly. Breathe in, and maybe your arms come one more time forward, away from the wall. Shoulder blades stay on the floor, on the wall behind you until your thumbs slowly reach towards the wall behind you with your palms and hands facing each other this time. Index comes very tall. Hips stay grounded towards the baseboard as much as possible. And if you need a cushion or a pillow or a blanket or a block to support that movement, is perfectly okay to ask for that, or you know where the closet is to support any of your props. And let your thumb and index touch the wall deeper, and separate your lower back, separate your shoulder blades, separate slowly the arms or the base of the arms from the wall, and let the crown of it slowly look into the wall, as if the top of your head comes gently into the wall and your abdomen carries the rib cage. So your thumb and the index touch deeply into the wall and your belly retracts in. Find your extension to feel the chest drive the movement. It's not pinching, it's not overarching the spine, it's separating your back and creating that back to be as far away from the wall as needed. When your last exhalation slowly empties through, take a full breath in. And let the elbows soften, let your head and arms move gently forward in front of your body, towards the ground, towards the sides of the hips. Exhale kindly. Feel that your back gently softens, and find that your legs open as wide as necessary, or as close to each other as you need to, with your heels pressed out. So you're activating your shins, your kneecaps are protected, your quads are supporting your hips. And let the body slowly shift gently forward. Feel that your hands come gently in front of your inner thighs, and you walk slowly. You're not going to reach for the floor. We're just warming up the body. We're just getting to feel the range of movement of the spine, of the hips, the extension of your vertebrae column. It's not about pressing down your head, is about lengthening the crown of the head away from the hips, and the hips deeper into the wall behind you. So you can feel that your glutes and the tailbone area and the sacrum is pressing deeper into the baseboard, while your heels are slowly extending the calves and the hamstrings, while your shins and thigh muscles are contracting and your toes are flexed in, and you can feel how the antagonistic muscles work, and your abdomen tightens up so your spine lengthens, and the jaw is not pulled away from the throat but drawn in so your vertebrae column extends, and you can feel the shift of that affecting the separation between each and every one of your vertebrae, that you feel your waist and ribs and muscles of the shoulders, that the crown of the head lengthens away from your tailbone. Last two breaths. Feel how far does your body allows in every exhalation to come a little bit closer, maybe towards the ground. You're not without forcing, without tensing. Let your last long stretch. Your arms needing to open wider, walking farther away or closer, deeper into your body, and then slowly walk your hands very kindly in to your torso. Feel that your waist, your arms, your shoulders are slightly more active. Feel more blood. Exhale your tummy. Again, every movement comes accompanying or following the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, stay tall into this position, and maybe in this pose we allow the physical body to slowly retract the knees one more time, flex your legs in front of your body, and we are going to maybe roll over gently over your knees, as if your body rolls over your shins, over your knees, and you're kneeling gently into this position with your hands on the ground and your toes and feet into the baseboard, into the wall behind you. And the elbows are slowly coming towards the floor while the palms of the hands slowly, gently face the ground, and your elbows are just under the shoulders. Your spine is flat, the jaw is drawn in, your feet and toes are, again, hip distance from each other. When your body is ready, allow that you're evenly pressing through the base of your toes into the wall behind you, that the palms of the hands are not rotated. That means that your middle finger is parallel towards the opposite hand's middle finger. And your wrists are not lifted off the ground, your wrists are flat, and you really feel the forearms into the ground. So you can connect to your shoulders that are not shrugged or lifted, that your shoulders are drawn gently away from the ears, and you're engaging the pectoral muscles or the chest muscles to extend and open. And you can feel how your back is flattened and your chest muscles are strong and your toes are evenly to the wall when your body is ready. Exhale. So your abdomen contracts when you exhale. You press in the belly towards your lower back, and then inhale, slowly move your body forward as if you're shifting your elbows and forearms off the ground and the balls of your toes are on the baseboard behind you, and you press evenly through both. Your knees stay on the floor for a second. Feel your abdomen flattening. Feel that your back is extending, that your jaw draws in, that your fingers, index and thumb in particular, are pressing to the ground, and maybe the knees come off the floor, and you come into full plank position, and you feel your legs maybe coming closer towards each other or wider for less intensity, that your hips are not raised, that your hips are evenly, as if you're extending the entire back of your legs through your back, through the back of your neck, through the crown of the head. Feel your index and thumb again active, so you're not pushing through the heels of the hands. One more time, breathe into this pose. When your body's ready, allow the exhalation to empty through, and then raise your hips slowly towards the sky, walking your feet as wide as needed, and bring your hands closer in towards the wall. So your hips are now closest to the wall, doesn't mean touching, and your heels of your feet stay on the wall, the toes stay very close towards the baseboard, and your head gently points the crown towards your inner thighs, towards your knees, towards the belly button area, towards the entire chest. And you can feel how the crown of the head comes a little bit closer towards the floor. And if I were to press you from the space between your shoulder blades, your body shifts away from the hands into the legs, into the wall behind you. One more time. Walk your hands as close in as you feel comfortable, as you can raise the hips and tailbone. Let your last long inhalation. Deep breath in. When your body exhales, feel that your abdomen really tucks right under those ribs, and walk your hands slowly forward in front of your body until you come to plank position. Allow your legs active, your glute muscles squeezed, your abdomen flattened, your shoulders broad, chin in, crown of head extended. One more time, breathe into this pose. When your body is ready, allow your knees to slowly touch the ground. Let your toes and feet adjust. Elbows come to the floor, one arm at a time, or both arms evenly until the palms of hands are facing towards the ground. Rest your pubic bone into the floor, elbows as wide as your shoulders, palms of hands as flat as you can support them into the floor, and let your chest come as high off the wall as you can reach. Not because you're arching the spine. The spine will arch, but it's not the intent. The intent is to bring the rib cage farthest away from the hips. Your glute muscles squeeze to press the hip flexors towards the ground. The closer your feet are towards each other, the more intense the position. And then allow in every inhalation that your breastbone, your entire chest plate, moves farther forward and away from the ground, and your belly button area tucks in. One more time. Every time that you inhale, raise and extend. When your body exhales, raise the elbows, find the hands as wide as need to. Allow your hands to be as wide as need to. Shift them as farther forward as you need to, or closer in for higher intensity. Find that your hips remain on the ground, that your shoulders are not tense, that your elbows are not locked. We're not locking the body, we're opening the body. So observe how that movement of the chest, how the extension of the torso opens the front of your hip flexors, the abdomen cavity, the crown of the head. Is not the chin, is not the nose, is not the forehead, is the top of our head that raises away from the tailbone. One more time, feel your body inhaling and exhale all the way through. Tummy muscles retract. One last time. You can add or subtract intensity at any point. Let your final breath into your body long and exhale. Bend the elbows, palms to the ground, soft and kindly bring your body exhaling as if your forehead were touching the floor or your yoga mat, and let your hands come right next to your shoulders or right next to your pectoral muscles, as if your thumbs come to stick right under your inferior pectoral muscles, so the lower pec muscles, and your elbows are not wide. Your elbows are tucked towards the rib cage. Shoulders and elbows press away from the ears. The forehead is clearly on the floor. Feel the exhalation every time that your abdomen activates. You're activating the lungs from the diaphragm area. One more time. Breathe in. What does it feel for your body to just shift and sustain? It's not a quick, it's not a push, it's not a forceful movement. It's a strengthful movement. And what is the difference? Right? What is our perception or even expectation of strength versus forcefulness? Can you find yourself kindly exhaling to this pose? Index and thumb press, and shoulders and elbows raise, chest raises, abdomen raises, hips raise, knees slowly separate, and you walk your hands closer towards your feet, towards the wall behind you, and your hips one more time come tall, up the wall, as if you're reaching through your glutes into the wall. But of course, we're not going to be able to. Allow your abdomen to tuck in, the head to point slowly, the crown towards the floor, the shoulder blades to rotate towards each other, as if you're just moving the shoulder blades to squeeze a finger in between them. And your heels are on the wall, your toes are very much close to the baseboard, and your abdomen tucks in. When your body's ready, take a deep breath. Bend your knees softly and walk your right foot up the wall. Breathe in and raise just the right leg as far up the wall as your body allows it. And your hip flexor slowly engages, your right heel presses up, the left foot remains on the floor, is not on the wrists, it's not on the elbows, is aligning your abdomen, aligning the spine, feel the same length. Doesn't matter, you don't have to lock your knee, you don't have to lock the body. Exhale one more time, breathe in, press back towards the wall rather than into the hands in your last long deep breath in. Exhale, and then release your right hand, or your right foot, I should say, into the floor, bend your knees, exhale slowly down into the floor, walk your hands very gently forward, let your thighs and hips and abdomen and chest come to the ground. Exhale, press both feet evenly, baseboards to the baseboard, your hands next to your pecs and shoulders, elbows tight towards your ribs, so you're contracting your rhomboid muscles. You can feel the entire scapulae activated. Can you find your chest breath? Allow the exhalation to really come from the diaphragm. One more time, breathing in. Both feet engage into the baseboard and let your hands come slowly forward. Allow your hands to stretch all the way in front of your body. Raise your thumbs as if your thumbs are coming towards the ceiling, and let your pinky finger rest into the floor. At first, it's not your neck. We tend to look in between the palms of the hands. Maintain your nose, your forehead, your chin into the floor. Make sure the back of your neck is really extended. Squeeze your glutes so your hips and pubic bone press deeper into the floor. And when your body's ready, your arms slowly lift off the ground. Carry your head in between your shoulders, your chest raises off the ground, your rib cage comes off the floor. Again, we tend to look forward. Do not crunch your neck. Do not crunch the back of your head. Tuck in the chin and fly out through the crown of the head. The intention is to feel the entire vertebrae column extending. Are your toes evenly pressing to the wall behind you? Can you squeeze your glutes? Can you flatten the belly? Can you lengthen your spine? One more time. Breathe deeply to this pose. When your body exhales, allow your hands to slowly soften to the ground. Can you feel your back muscles? Bring your elbows to retract. Hands right next to your pectoral muscles. Exhale, elbows tight towards your rib cage. Raise your chest, abdomen, hips, thighs, knees slowly on the ground. Walk your hands right under the shoulders. Press your heels into the baseboard or into the wall behind you. Raise your knees as you inhale. Exhale, crown the head pointed towards the floor. Engage the entire scapular area. Find that your right foot is now the one that is going to stay steady, and your left leg is going to come gently off the ground into the wall. And you can feel now the left side of your body. As your left glute squeezes, your body presses into the wall rather than into your hands. Can you find your underarms opening, the shoulder blades rotating? Never lock your knee. Exhale slowly. Beautiful. Breath in. Make sure your hands are not twisted, so you're not forcing your wrists, that your middle finger is just parallel towards each other. Beautiful. And let your shoulder blades rotate. Engage kindly. One more time. Breathe. Exhale through. Are you letting your body really feel the connection? When your last long deep breath comes deepest into the length of your body, then slowly allow your left leg to slowly come towards the ground. One more time, knees descend as you exhale to the floor. Find that your hands walk slowly forward, so your thighs and hips slowly touch the ground. Soften your chest and chin, forehead towards the floor. Maybe your hands rest on your lower back, placing the palms of hands facing away from the lower back and the back of the hands resting on the lower back, and interlacing your fingers, interlacing your thumbs, or just simply resting hand over hand. The elbows slowly raise off the floor, your chin always tucked in, the forehead slowly resting nose or chin into the yoga mat. And when your body's ready, both legs, your hips even. We tend to have one hip favoring the rotation. So can you find how that movement of your knee, of your heel, of the abdomen supports both glute muscles to be active? And then slowly inhale and raise your elbows, raise your shoulders, raise your chest, not your chin. Your leg, your head is not pushing out, because that's only going to contract your cervical spine. You want to draw your chin in and lengthen through the crown, and feel you're moving your belly almost off the ground, that your abdomen is just retracting slowly off the floor. Breath in, strengthening the core muscles. Breathe in. Allow your body to exhale. Is your body maintaining a constant rhythm? Observe your exhalation. Tummy muscles, feel them. Last one breath. Can you feel your core muscles really engaged? Exhale and then release slowly towards the ground. Chest and chin and forehead. Come with your hands slowly forward, right next to your shoulders. Elbows softly relax, tight towards your rib cage. Breathe in. Bring your body on hands and knees as you're inhaling slowly to your timing. Hands and knees, baseboard touched by the base of your toes. Inhale kindly. Exhale, bring your right knee to be steady on the floor. Your right toes steady on the baseboard. Your right hand to slowly come gently forward in front of your shoulder and to the right of the right shoulder. So your right hand is not just in front or not under the shoulder, but it's slightly in front and to the right to give you stability. Right knee into the floor. The left leg is going to come gently into the wall, and you're going to place the arch of your foot as parallel towards the wall and ground as needed. And your glute muscles support. Your chest opens. The neck is gently looking towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the sky. The left hand is on the leg, on the hip, on the waist, or all the way towards the sky or over the head. Breathe in. Not because you're pushing into the wrist, not because you're pushing to the shoulder, not because you're pushing into any of your joints, you're lengthening. Can you open the body? Can you carry your rib cage tall and long? Breath in. When and if your body's ready, can you feel your extension? Let your last long to breathe and support and extend. When your body's ready, let your left hand release slowly towards the ground. Roll very gently your body into hands and knees. Exhale. Is Harold in the call? Okay. Can you make fists? Make your knuckles press into the ground. So you're now stretching the top of your back of the hands. Are your thumbs pointing forward? Are the palms of hands facing each other? Can you press through your knuckles kindly into the floor? So feel that you're allowing a fist or the tip of the fingers to come into the palm of the hand, and raise your knees. Exhale, slowly press back as if your thumbs are pressing into the floor. You're using the pressure of the thumb to guide your back and arms and shoulders to align, your jaw to be drawn, the crown to be extended. Breathing, imagine we're going to push you back through your shoulders. So what does it feel to build then gently that openness? Last 2 times, breath in. Exhale, exhale. Is your body able to breathe? This is beneficial still to your body to inhale and lengthen. And as your body exhales, take as many breaks as you need to allow your knees to slowly soften, allow your hands to slowly settle. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Can you soften the body in this position? Can you let the left leg to be grounded, to be connected, toes, knee, align that hip and glute, move the left hand slightly forward and to the left so that gives you enough balance that you're not relying only on the wrist or the elbow or the shoulder, but the muscles that support those joints. And let your right hand help you until your right leg is ready and able to climb up the wall. And how far, how deep is completely up to you, right? It's not a competition. It's not a demonstration of who's boss to your body. It's simply allowing your body to shift. Are your glutes contracting so your hips move forward and your hip flexors open? Is your right hand on the ground? Is your right hand on the leg? Is all the possibilities of placing your right hand on the hip, maybe towards the sky or maybe over your head, and feel your body inhale. And how do you shift? How do you support with the muscles? Is your abdomen contracting? Can you feel the heel? Is your leg too far up? Are you too close to the wall? Can you feel your body shifting? Do you need to, again, modify the position to your body and to your benefit? Can you let your last 3 breaths, not the shoulder, not leaning into the joints? Can you find your muscles supporting? Last long inhalation. Can you feel the body really breathing in? And as you exhale, breathe out through your gut area. Inhale, raise the right arm if it's dropped and move it towards the ground so it gives you stability. And then inhale, retract the right knee, right leg, place it kindly to the floor. Allow the elbows to slowly touch the ground, the palms of the hands to slowly face up towards the ceiling, and walk your elbows closer towards your knees. And then let your spine round as if you're just raising the center of your back. And you're looking towards your elbows, towards the yoga mat, towards the knees, towards the space between your inner thighs, towards your belly button area, towards your chest. Press with the entire form rather than just the elbows. And really arch and round up the spine. Give enough room for those muscles. Can you tuck in the belly? Inhale, raising even deeper. Feel that your lungs are really opening and stretching those muscles in the back area. Let your last full breath in. Engage those muscles inside your lung area or inside your thoracic cavity to expand the ribs. And then exhale, release. Beautiful. Let the palms of hands slowly face each other. Let your head and shoulders be gentle, not tense. Your reaching with one hand outside the opposite elbow. If your hands are not able to wrap their fingers outside the opposite elbow, if your hands are not able to reach for the outside of the joint, that maybe means that your elbows are too wide or they're maybe too tight against each other. So find the perfect distance, which is the distance of your forearms. Then undo your hands, place them forward, cross your fingers, face the palms of the hands to each other, it doesn't matter. And in that same distance, walk your elbows a little bit closer towards your knees. So your back is able to round and your elbows are not too far from the wall behind you. If this is as far as your body's gonna go, perfect, stay right here. Nobody's asking anything out of your body. Be very kind and gentle. Less is always more in yoga. Again, we have this ego sometimes that we have to perform, and there's absolutely nothing about that. What is beneficial for your body, you are the expert. You should know how much and how far your body needs to go or how long. Let your abdomen tuck in and raise your knees. Crown of head points towards the space between your elbows. Raise one leg up the wall and the opposite leg up the wall. And your forearms are supporting the position and your heels raise up, your glute muscles engage, and you're opening the abdomen, the hip flexors. Breath in. Very nice. If your body feels weak through your abdomen, the lower back, or you're pressing to the lower back, you're probably too far away from the wall. Can you find your tummy? Are your feet equal? Are your legs equal? Can you squeeze your glutes and raise your hips and abdomen towards the heels? And the heels raise a little bit farther away from the head, and their head is not looking down, it's looking towards the wall behind you. One last time. Breathe into this pose. When your body's ready, allow the exhalation to release kindly. Walk one leg slowly, then the other. Place your knees, walk your hands to the floor, and slide your body flat onto your yoga mat. Thighs, hips, abdomen, chest. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Let your one cheekbone, whichever one you prefer, on the floor while the hands and arms come to the sides of the hips. Elbows and shoulders relax. Breathe in. Exhale through your jaw, through your bite, through your neck. One more time, breathing into this pose. And exhale very, very gently. So what does it mean to let your muscles, the ones that we have engaged, to really feel the benefit at this point? We have increased blood flow towards the upper portion of the body, torso, relieve some of the pressure on your organs, and increase the blood flow to your head area. And so what does it feel, and how are we contributing to that with the breathing, with the siphoning or negative pressure produced through your diaphragm? When your body exhales, slowly return kindly your head back to center and turn exactly the opposite cheekbone onto the floor. So what does it feel like to rotate the opposite side while the tip of the anterior deltoid muscles, right, the front of your shoulders, touches the ground? The tip of your shoulders move into the floor, and your hands and elbows and wrists soften, and your neck lightens up without pressure. Balance out the right and the left. Can you feel your hips and glutes and back area and knees and ankles? One more time. What are you really thinking about right now? Can you let your body be catching your attention, right? It's not about getting mad on your body because it's thinking about other things, but are you really present? When your last exhalation empties all the way through, gently bring your head back to center. Again, as my guru says, we don't do anything but with the mind, right? If the mind is not engaged, then we're just doing mechanical work. Can you find your hands right next to your chest, right next to your shoulders, elbows tight, crown the head slowly to the floor? One more time. We're going to either allow the hands to slowly compress to your body on hands and knees, and we stay in this position, especially if it's your first time or you don't feel like that's appropriate for your body today. Stay right here. If your body wants to add a little something, you can always bend the elbows so the elbows come closer to your knees. Right as your hands were under the shoulders, simply bend your elbows down so that gives you enough proximity, or you can feel that your elbows come closer towards your knees if that's necessary, and we can repeat the position as before. For some of us, we're going to go into complete handstand. So that means that your hands are propped, of course, and supported by the wall. That means your index and fingers are really supported into the ground, that you're almost curling your fingers against the floor. So you're activating the muscles of the top of your hands, and you're not pushing on the heel hands. Your head slowly softens with your elbows on the floor. Stay right here if this is as far as you need to. Otherwise, your knees slowly lift. One leg comes up the wall, the opposite leg comes up the wall, and lengthen through your heels. The same way as we did before, but this time activating thighs, glute muscles, straighten the spine. Beautiful. Breath in. Can you find, not your back, do not raise your head, look towards the wall behind you. Excellent. Stretch your knees by activating your heels. Beautiful. That's exactly right. And glute muscles, and you feel the midsection of your body. Breathing in. Last 2 times. Inhale. Are you exhaling? What are you really thinking about, that your world is upside down? When your last breath comes in, exhale, and then release legs one at a time. Feet slowly to the floor, knees to the ground. We could have done push-ups over there, but I think it was a little much. Find your hands slowly come gently forward, thighs and hips to the floor, abdomen exhales, flatten your body. Breathe gently out. Allow very, very softly for Your hands to come under your forehead, hand over hand in crocodile pose. So the palms of the hands are slowly placed facing the ground. The forehead comes on top of the hands and the shoulders are light. Breath in, exhale all the way through. So you let the shoulders. Imagine I'm going to touch you from the space behind the shoulders, right? So your posterior deltoid muscles, and I'm pressing the shoulders down. So your clavicles really open and your entire sternum comes deeper into the floor, and your jaw draws in, and your nose or chin or forehead, whichever one you think is most comfortable for your neck, comes long away from the waist. And the crown of it extends, so you can feel your body coming closer to the floor. Not because you're tensing, because you're letting, again, that exhalation release. Move all the pressure that you may have built up towards the head area. Exhale. Again, those exercises of inverting, those inversions, where we turn the gravity force against the body, they're a way of resting those muscles that are being constantly pulled down towards the floor, towards the soles of your feet. Can you allow your body to feel the benefit of that, that the weightlessness is supporting gently the recovery of all the muscles and the flow of those fluids in your body. When your body is ready, exhale all the way through. Gently bring your hands one more time, slowly under the shoulders, right next to your pecs, thumbs almost sliding under your lower pecs, and your elbows tight towards your rib cage. When your body is ready, allow your toes to still be connected, your feet to be perfectly even. It doesn't matter how close, as you already know, the closer they are, the more intense the position. And let your body exhale through this pose and press and raise abdomen, chest, hips, thighs. Walk your hands under the shoulders. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. When and if your body's ready, can I allow my physical body to slowly exhale gently into this neutral pose, and then allow the balls of my toes to be really firm into the baseboard behind me, and the index and thumb and hands and fingers are walking towards my knees, and I round my spine into kneeling position. I can press slowly, not because I'm pushing through the kneecaps, but I'm just trying to be able to find a perfect position between the lower legs. My abdomen and spine and shoulders are perfectly aligned. My glute muscles immediately become active. My hands slowly come gently forward in front of your body. And my index and thumb, one more time, come towards the wall behind you and behind us. And let your index and thumb slowly touch the wall while your head stays slowly in between your shoulders. If there's an issue with your neck or cervical spine, of course, there's no needing bringing the head behind you. Can you find otherwise your head to look up towards the sky or towards the wall behind you, while your glutes activate the hip flexors, the upper thighs, to press them away from the wall. Abdomen flattens. Imagine I'm going to place my hand in your lower back and softly bring it forward away from the wall. And my other hand comes into your chest and raises your chest a little bit taller and higher towards the sky with support. Your muscles are hugging the base of the spine. One more time. Breathing in. Are you breathing? Are you breathing out? Or are you shortening your breath? Last long inhalation. Can you feel the expansion in the front of your body as your body exhales? Raise because your glutes and feet are active. Raising your arms, not because of your back. And then slowly bring your hands very gently towards the floor. Let your fingers touch the floor. Round your head and spine. Breath in. And rest hands and knees evenly, not just your hands, not just your knees. Breath one more time to open. Every time that we breathe in, we expand. Every time that we exhale, we connect one last time. Take a deep, deep breath in. And as your body exhales, can you feel the rhythm of your own heart rate and blood rhythm, breath pressure? And walk your hands back in. Let your body inhale, and maybe turning on your right side. That means away from me. So find your right leg slowly separating from the wall and just simply pivoting over your right knee. So you're now facing parallel towards the wall with your right hand on the wall and your body as far as an arm length away from the wall. With your fingers of the right hand pointed towards the ceiling, the palm hand open, the left leg opens to the left side of your body, as far to the left, with your toes facing the front of your body. So you're not pushing, you're not squeezing, you're not tensing, you're not tearing anything, you're simply accommodating. Doesn't mean that your knee has to be locked. You can soften it and see what muscles create length around it. Can you place the palm hand deeper into the wall outside so your shoulders are not raised, especially your right shoulder area? You draw it away from the ear, and the left hand comes towards the thigh on the left, on the waist, on the hips, maybe towards the entire rib cage, the back of the shoulder on the left side, or maybe the back of your neck, or the back of your head, or maybe all the way up towards the sky, and you can reach slowly with the left arm towards the ceiling or towards the wall next to you until your body's supported. And maybe in this position, the body can slowly bend the right elbow and the right forearm into the wall until the left hand above you touches the wall ahead of you. So that means the arm that is extended into the wall folds and bends and then rests against the wall. The right elbow and forearm rests into the wall, squeezing the glutes, opening the left side and reaching with your left hand as close to the wall and as far up off the ground as needed to really align the body. Can you squeeze the glutes? Can you open the hip flexors? Beautiful. Breath in. Can you not rotate your torso, maintain your body perpendicular? So what does it feel like to be perpendicular? Excellent. Can you feel your oblique muscles? Breathe in. Excellent. And find the spine. Let your abdomen is the belly button area. Come tucking all the way in. Let your glutes active. Exhale deeply through this position, and then gently come slowly out and up as your right hand presses. Raise the left. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Allow your right knee and right foot to be steady to the ground, the left leg to be stretched, and your left arm now come in front of the hip as you're inhaling, and let your left hand from underneath touch the wall to your right. And your right hand is going to slowly come towards the ground, towards your thigh, towards the right hip, towards the right glute, towards the right heel. And you're looking slowly towards the ground or towards the right shoulder. So your left heel stays steady and your left hand comes across as if you're just opening your torso as you twist lightly. So you're extending gently the left side away from that left hip flexor, the rib cage, the shoulder muscles, the underarms, and your left hand keeps walking farther to across the wall towards the right and towards the ceiling to add intensity if that's where your body needs. And you feel your right hand as support on the lower back, on the glute, on the hip, on the leg, on the calf, on the heel, and feel your body stretching and lengthening. Your neck is never tense. You're not fighting the position through your neck. Abdomen, extend and open. One more time. Really work with the abdominal muscles so they extend and be able to find that perfect muscle memory. Your muscles are able to, again, create that tenacity, natural tenacity by extending those muscles. And when you let them go, they will return naturally to that pressure. So find that your breath. Last time, observe the movement of the entire torso. And when your body's ready, exhale all the way through and then slowly inhale the left arm, pressing through your right hand, separating your body slowly. Allow your left knee to slowly retract, bring it in, rotate, face in the wall 180 degrees. If my geometry is still good, and your left knee on the ground and your right leg slowly opens out and you're about arm distance away from the wall, fingers and hands into the wall, your toes facing forward, never locking the right knee, squeezing your glutes. So what does it feel like to stay in this position? Can you find your body steady? One more time. Observe, not rushing, not forcing, bringing your right hand to maybe come higher towards the shoulders, towards the neck, towards the back of the head, maybe towards the wall to your left, while the left forearm and elbow rest into the wall, and see if that's even a possibility on this side, or is it this side not possible? Can you slowly, again, engage the entire right side of the abdomen, contracting your oblique muscles? If I were to poke you onto your belly button area, can you feel that belly button area coming in? And is your hand growing taller, longer, extending the entire side? Can you feel that you're not stretching through your heel, but you're really reaching up towards the sky? Beautiful. Breath in. Observe gently. Excellent. Can you find that your hips slowly move your tailbone area a little bit farther forward? So you're really extending all the muscles on the front of the abdominal cavity, oblique muscles, finding extension through your spine in your last long inhalation. Is your head in the right place, physically and mentally speaking? Can you let your last long inhalation, deep breath in, and then use your left hand, not your back, not your hips, your left hand to press into the wall as your body raises that left elbow, releases the hand on the right side of your body, crosses in front of the hip, the right hand crosses in front of the hip. You can feel your body just adjusted, supported, and your right hand comes across the body towards the wall in front of you and raises gently towards the sky, while your left hand comes towards the waist, towards the thigh, towards the calf, towards the heel, and your right arm comes a little bit taller and farther away from the underarm. And you can find your head not fighting the position, but softly looking into the left side of your body, and you open. And so how does this side feel different from the opposite? Can you feel your heel grounded? That right heel firm into the floor. Flex your toes. Make sure your foot is really giving you the stickiness. Perfect. Deep breath in. Exhale. Maintain your body strong through that foot. Excellent. So you can feel your hips engage and your rib cage open. 2 more times. Can you find your belly that you exhale through? Not forcing, not tensing in your last long deep breath. Observe that your entire body raises and extends, and you reach through. And as you exhale, your, again, arm presses softly off the wall, and you bring your body kindly back to center. You can feel your exhalation slowly coming back to center. Retract your right knee as you're inhaling. Feel that your body then rotates into the wall, that your palms and hands are now directly facing the wall. And your jaw draws in. And I'm going to shift. Oh, no, I can't shift because the camera cannot see me. So palms and hands slowly into the wall. Flex your toes. Allow your body to slowly bring your hands about shoulder distance. Glute muscles are going to be very important. You're going to walk your hands a little bit higher every time that you're inhaling, and your knees one at a time and both at a time are going to raise your knees off the ground, and you're going to come into the heels of your feet. And your hands keep climbing farther away from the ground, farther away from the shoulders, up into the wall until your body finds your torso in a perfectly perpendicular, or actually diagonal or inclined plane. So find that your shoulders are doing the work, that your heels are pressing to the floor, your hips are slightly moving forward. Breath in. Your body exhales. It's not pushing back through your hips keep walking forward, and you're challenging your body to support your calves extended, your toes light. You're not pushing through your toes into the ground, and your arms are as wide as needed, so you feel that your crown of head extended out, forward, away from the heels. Beautiful. Last time, breath in. When your body is ready, exhale slowly. Walk 1 foot forward slowly, and then the opposite foot forward. Allow your body now press back through your hips. Place your feet under your hips and your hands about hip height. And your knees are never locked. You can soften them. Your head falls in between your shoulders. Your arms are extended, so your body is as far away from the wall to permit or allow your elbows to be long and extended, and your jaw draws in, and your toes are light, heels into the ground, abdomen supports. Breath in. Can you find how you're squeezing the abdominal girdle, right? All those muscles of your core. If I were to hold you from your hips or your waist and pull you away from the wall, your hands go deeper into the wall, your back flattens, your heels firm into the floor behind you, and your knees extend your tailbone area deepest and tallest towards the sky. 1 more time, breathe in. If I were to press my hand in your lower back, can you feel your lower back just lengthen, not sinking, but lengthening and separating and extending the head away? You're not pushing into the arms, you're not overextending through your wrists. When your body is ready, exhale all the way through. Last long inhalation, deep breath. When your body exhales, roll gently your heels off the ground by bending the knees, so your heels come off the floor as if you're just coming onto the balls of your toes, and then gently walk your hands farther down towards the floor, towards the space, maybe in front of the shoulders, maybe the tip of the fingers are touching into the wall, and your back round or flattens forward as if your abdomen comes resting on your thighs and your heels come highest off the ground. Deep breath, very nice. Exhale, stretch your arms,
Press your abdomen against your thighs. Reach slowly through the crown. Maintain your knees and your toes. Look at them parallel towards each other so that you're equidistant. You're not rotating your feet. You're not rotating your knees out. Find your inner thighs coming in towards your groin so your back extends. Last breath in. Exhale and press your heels into the floor. Walk your hands a little bit higher. Breathe in. Allow slowly your hands to keep walking until your torso raises a little bit longer, and step forward through your right leg into the wall before in front of you. Palms of hands remain about shoulder distance or shoulder height. Left heel drops into the ground and rotates the left toes a little bit wider than the heel. So you have enough room that you're not pushing onto the calf muscles and letting your knee not rotate. Your kneecap should be exactly always mirroring the position of your toes. And let your body exhale. Release your hands. Stay with your right foot forward. Your hands come slowly next to your hips. And exhale kindly. Bring your arms and your hands behind your glutes as if you're just interlacing your thumbs. So your thumbs connect, interlock, and press your fingers towards the floor, maybe extending the elbows, maybe rotating the shoulder blades towards each other, maybe opening the chest, and your body exhales. And let your chin come towards your breastbone. Find that extension. So if I were to hold you from your shoulder blades and rotate you back, find your pectoral muscles really rotating. Excellent. That's it. Right? It's not the shoulders, it's the chest muscles. Breath in. Feel that you're really shifting through that midline. Excellent. Squeeze. Find your balance. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. I'm going to touch you from your shoulders. Is that okay? Find your extension. Feel your body breathing in. Perfect. Let your last two breaths. Slowly draw your chin in so you can feel the extension of your neck without forcing, never muscling those neck muscles. As your body exhales, exhale all the way through, and then gently bring your arms to release. Let your body exhale. Use your hands against the wall as you breathe in. And let your feet to change positions. Switch into the mirror pose. Right foot back, left foot forward, toes, heels align, right heel in, right toes out. Bring your hands off the wall as you exhale right next to your hips. This is as far as your body goes. Perfect. Stay right here. Become upright. Really raise your torso. Bring your waist to carry your rib cage farthest from the waist, and your thumbs to maybe interlace behind your glutes, behind your tailbone, fingers open towards the floor. Maybe the elbows extend. Maybe the hands just simply leverage and press against the glutes, and your elbows remain bent while your shoulders roll back and your chest opens broad, and your chin one more time may choose to come towards your chest area, and see what happens. Not because you're muscling your head down, it's because you're slowly letting those muscles stretch, and let your body takes about 18 seconds to understand, right? Nervous systems need to understand what you're doing with the body. Tuck in your chin. Very good. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. Perfect. Find your tummy, find your glutes, find the exhalation. Deep breath. Allow the breath out to support gently. Foot on the floor. Breath in. Can you? Yeah. Can you without falling? There you go. Perfect. That's it. Find your last breath into this position. Observe your body. As your body exhales, can you really move and feel the abdomen and chest really expanding? And then inhale, soften. Release your hands gently in front of your body towards the wall in front of you. Fingers and hands touch the wall. Step back with your left foot next to your right one. Place your feet parallel towards each other, and then push back through your hips as if your hands were coming about hip height, and your feet are under your hips or glutes, and your jaw goes in, and your feet, the closer they are, the more intense the position. Should not be wider than your shoulders, and your body weight is not on your hands. The body weight is not on the arms. You're balancing into the glutes. You're pushing back and away. Stretch your knees as much as you need to make sure your knees and toes are always parallel towards each other. Very good. And walk away from the wall if that's necessary so your elbows extend. Beautiful. Deep breath. And then sink slowly as if your shoulder blades are shifting towards each other and your chest opens. Very nice. Index finger, really lengthen the spine. Can you tuck in the belly? Let your last two breaths. Observe your body. Exhale all the way through. And then without shifting shoulders, you're going to allow your right foot on the floor and your left leg to slowly bend the left knee as you inhale, heel off the ground as you inhale. Exhale your left leg behind, as if your left leg shifts and travels towards the back of your yoga mat. And maybe your right arm opens a little bit wider towards the right side of your body, farther away from the shoulder on the right, and your left leg starts lifting off the ground. And you find, again, your right arm wide, your left leg off the floor, into the wall. Your right hand stays on the wall. Simply stay gently wide. Very good. So you're not rotating your shoulders, you're not rotating your hips, and you really flatten your back. Thigh, knee, toes, engage, stretch, activate your foot. Imagine I'm going to place my finger in your ball of your toes and you're pressing against it. Flex your toes the other way. Breath in. Excellent. And now stretch out. I press against my finger. Breathe in. Excellent. Inner thigh. The very inner thigh area supports the leg on the bottom. Last 2 breaths. When your body's ready, feel the full breath in. And then gently exhale your left foot gently towards the ground while your right arm comes just right next to the shoulder. Allow your feet to the floor, bend the elbows a little bit, and press your body into standing upright position all the way away from the wall. Your hands come off the wall, hands right next to your hips. Palms of the hands slowly open towards the front of your body. So your thumbs open gently to the right and left. The palms of the hands are exposed to the front of the body, facing the wall. And then slowly raise your arms towards the sky. Raise your shoulders and fingers towards the ceiling. And allow your thumbs to almost touch above the head. Squeeze the glutes. And then reach slowly towards the ceiling. A little bit farther up and maybe slightly behind the shoulders. Not because you're compressing the spine. It's because your intention is to open the hip flexors, to activate the glutes, to stretch your thighs, to activate the spine to be taller through the crown, and your body inhales. Feel your body stretching. And maybe your body, if I were to place my hand behind your shoulders, your body can lean a little bit farther back. And you can feel how the abdominal muscles immediately activate. Your entire abdominis rectus really become triggered and start activating. You can spend for a few seconds observing the tenacity of your muscles in the front. Can you let your chest and pectoral muscles and underarms, when your head is not tight, and you can slowly look as you inhale into the deepest position that your body will allow. It doesn't mean it's a challenge, just observe. And then inhale, raise up. And then exhale forward. One more time. Bring your hands to the wall in front of you. Allow your body to keep walking. Your hips back, weight of your body into your heels, calves and thighs, glute muscles, head and torso parallel towards the ground, arms at most shoulder distance at first, weight of your body, as you already know, into the feet, into the legs, into the heels, into your thighs. Take a deep breath in as your body exhales. Your left foot steady, oh, sorry, it's the opposite leg, right? No, it's the left foot. The left foot steady to the ground, and your right heel and knee slowly flex, raising the right leg a little bit. And as you exhale, your right foot stretches back towards the wall behind you. Never lock the left one. The left knee is never locked. Your left hand opens wider on the left side of the wall, and then slowly raise as you inhale the right leg. Not because you're rotating the hips. It's not about twisting the hips. It's fully extension. Very nice. Do not raise the right hip a little bit higher. Maintain your hip exactly next to your left one. Breathe in. Slowly exhale. Excellent. So now it's a different feeling, right? So this arm is going to be strong and this arm is going to be wider. Very good. And now you're going to find balance. Find your back flat. Very good. And encounter your inner thigh on that left leg. When your body's ready, stretch your arms. Inhale. Lengthen, lengthen. Perfect. Extend, reach. Beautiful. That's exactly right. Feel your abdomen. Can you raise your thigh so you can really squeeze that glute area? Can you feel your core muscles? Can you let your body, again, it's contraction and extension. What are the muscles that are really activating, flexing? And what are the muscles that are really extending here? When your last 15 breaths, just kidding. Exhale slowly. One breath in. Exhale, and then release your right leg next to your left one. Press lightly your hands and fingers off the wall. Bring your body slowly back into upright position. Perfect. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Bring your arms to become wide outside the shoulders. Open them tall towards the sky above the head. Allow your hands to reach for opposite elbows. It doesn't matter which hand first. Reach for your elbows, for your forearms, for your triceps, and raise your body. As your body inhales, squeeze the glutes. So you're not compressing or closing the lumbar spine, you're lengthening it, because your abdomen and the entire core of your body raises your chest and raises the underarms, and your head is long, not pinching your neck. Make sure that your jaw is the one that drives the extension of the vertebrae. One more time, pressing from the heels, not the toes, the heels of your feet. The toes simply expand the surface of the soles. When your body is ready, find the extension to reach slowly towards the sky. Maybe your breastbone area comes a little bit higher and your torso is able to elongate away from the waist behind you, as if you're just reaching with your elbows towards the wall, or away from the wall in front of you, towards the wall behind you. Let your last long, deep breath in as your body exhales all the way through. Slowly come back. Inhale, raising your glute muscles. It's not your back, your abdomen that moves the shoulders slowly forward and down. Exhale gently. Allow your body to step one step forward, halfway between you and the wall, and then turn one more time 180 degrees away from the wall. So your feet are about, again, that distance off the wall, and your hands reach for the wall behind you, and you're going to rest your hips gently into the wall behind. And you breathe in, and you sit back, or you place your lower back and glute muscles into the wall behind. Very nice. Inhale, allowing the body to exhale. Is it okay to on the pockets? Find the last 2 breaths into this position. Not because you're locking, it's because you're really softening your spine, that your back is, oh no, yeah, it's on. Find that your back is flat, that your shoulder blades are really wide into the wall behind, that your feet become about hip distance or at most shoulder distance, and your body starts gently flexing knees. And so what does it feel like to flex your knees, and how low can you go without having to press onto your ankles, onto your toes, or press onto your knees? And it's only about the muscles, learning to support the muscles to support the torso, the alignment, that your shoulder blades, the back of the triceps, the back of the elbows are into the wall behind you, that your neck is as extended as needed to be, that your hips are at lowest height of your knees, not lower than that. And your toes are light, your thighs engaged, your knees and feet are parallel, never opening feet or legs wider than one or the other. You can maintain them equally or an equidistant. Is your tummy pressing your lower back into the wall. Last 2 times, breath in. Is the back of the arms, the back of the elbows. Can you flatten your spine? Can you tuck in the chin? Can you extend the crown? Feel your body. One last long, deep breath into this position as your body exhales all the way through. Inhale and come back using your hands, using your arms. Come back slowly upright. Breath in, inhale, inhale, and exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Very, very gently. Letting your legs open this time much wider than your shoulders, as wide as you feel comfortable expanding your legs away from each other with your toes parallel. So do not open your toes wider than your heels, because that will only rotate and affect the position of your knees and ankles. Maintain your feet as parallel, or if you're really comfortable and flexible, your toes may look closer than your heels towards each other. So find your abdomen, lower back, shoulders into the wall. Breath in. Exhale gently. When your body is ready to inhale, feel the length of the spine. Feel the position of your back, of the abdomen. How is it holding the torso in position? How your shoulders and elbows are maintaining the openness of your lower back and shoulder blades. When your body is ready, flex away from the wall. Can you feel your body slowly coming gently forward? And you can stay with your glutes steady into the wall. Rotate. Imagine that your tailbone, right, the sacrum, the coccyx is actually rotating as your torso comes forward, and your hands stay on your thighs, never pressing on the knee joints, on your shins, mid shins, lower shins, toes, ankles. Heels, back of your legs, it doesn't matter how far, as long as your tailbone area stays firm into the wall and raising a little bit higher. That doesn't mean that your knees need to be locked. Your knees do not need to be locked, and your body stretches slowly forward, and you can feel your body. Are your feet able to walk a little bit farther away from the wall, right? Your feet do not need to be very, very close to the wall. The feet can be a little bit farther from the baseboard, so you can still shift the weight into your glutes, and you're using the wall as support. So walk your feet farther away from each other and farther forward if needed. And your body releases the torso, and your hands open as wide to permit and allow your shoulders and scapular area to be wide, so your head and cervical spine can pull and create space for that vertebrae column. Each and every one of your 33 vertebrae feel the benefit of the extension against gravity. That gravity pulls naturally the entire separation between your discs, that your tummy tucks, that your elbows and hands support. One more time. Jaw draws in, crown of the head slowly points towards the floor. Your jaw is super important that it's not tight, that it's not raised, that you're allowing for a few seconds for those muscles to really understand what does it feel to exhale and extend. Can you find your last 3 breaths? Observe position of feet. Take a mental inventory. Where is your body? Where's your breathing? Where's your attention and focus? As your body exhales, bring your hands to hold, to shift, to support, to bend the knees if you need to walk your hands closer up your hips until your body comes all the way into upright position. And you exhale into the wall behind. So your hips, your back, your shoulders, the head touch the wall. Exhale all the way through. Flatten, as if I were to come in front of you and press you with my hands into your belly. The tailbone area extends away from the neck. The abdomen presses your lower back into the wall, lengthen that lumbar spine, separating your shoulders, create extension as the chin draws in, that shifts the entire position of the head. So the entire base of the spine extends, and your elbows and shoulders again open and create openness. One more time. Is the body holding its core? Are you changing positions? Are you shifting from within? Less is always more. Take as many breaks as you need to. If your breath is labored, that means you're going too deep into this pose. Give yourself time. Actually, the best time sometimes it is to take a break and a little breather before we continue in that position. So honor your physical body and respect your boundaries. One more time, deep breath in. And as the body exhales very, very gently, separate your head. Press slowly your hands into the wall behind you. Bring your heels in, open your toes wider, and let your knees fold or bend. You touch the wall, you touch your thighs, you touch your hips. Allow your knees to bend, and you can go as low as your inner thighs, or as your knee height, I should say, with your inner thighs active, your back straight, your abdomen tucked in so you can feel the lower back into the wall, and you can feel the strength of your body holding. So what muscles are contracting and what muscles are extending? Can I feel the antagonistic function of the muscles? Can I feel my abdomen retracting and the lower back stretching? Can I soften the toes so I can feel the soles of my foot? Shoulder blades, elbows are never force into this position. Can you observe your last 2 breaths? So what does it feel to find one more time strength when your last breath? Can you really feel your body strong through your inner thighs and legs? And then slowly soften your toes, walk your toes slightly forward, your heels a bit closer, and you keep sliding gently towards the ground. And you place one hand into the wall, one hand into the floor, and your body keeps sliding deeper into the floor until your body sits easily, or not so easily, depending on the case. Today, to find your legs to slowly come in through your heels, your knees to be about shoulder distance, your feet to be parallel, your back, your tailbone area towards the floor, the crown is headed towards the sky, your thighs holding the sides of your ribs, and your body exhaling, pressing with your hands outside your knees, outside your thighs. So the elbows are wide to the left and wide to the right, and the shoulder blades are flat. Your jaw really, its function is to extend at this point the cervical spine, while your tailbone area digs deeper into the ground. And your body exhales kindly in this position without separating your head. Look out towards the body on the right side of your body as you exhale. Breathe out into your right slowly. Do not roll. It doesn't, do not muscle. As you know, your neck is not meant to be muscled into a position. It's a soft rotation. So you can feel the extension on your neck muscles. Shoulder blades immediately try to separate sometimes off the wall. Can you open, activate the chest, tuck in the belly? Jaw draws in. Look out towards the right side. Exhale. And how's the breathing out? Not put pressure, but alleviate pressure. Can you release the weight? Trust that your body is into the wall. You're not pushing with your feet. You're simply holding the space. One more time. Breath in. And when the body exhales, abdomen really active, inhale, roll your head slowly back to center, not muscle in it. Let it roll. Breathe into the center, hold it, and then gently inhale, center position, and exhale to the opposite direction towards the left ear. It doesn't matter how high or far. Let your legs, your arms release the pressure, and let your head do its own shift and movement. And your abdomen retracts. And the shoulders broaden. And the bite softens, and your forehead clears. And the neck extends even deeper into this position, not because you're pushing through your ankles, through your toes, through your knees. Observe the benefit of your breathing, the exhalation that drives your tummy deeper into your lower back. Last one time, take a deep breath in. As your abdomen activates when you exhale through the core of your body, through the center of your strength, inhale your head back to center, and it's gentle and slow, and many breaths you need to take to return back to center position. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, release your hands, elbows, and shoulders, and see what happens with the rest of your back. Can you extend one leg very gently forward? Can you extend the opposite leg gently forward? Can you sit closer towards the wall behind you? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. When and if your body finds alignment, flex only your right leg. So your right knee flexes in kindly, not outside the abdomen, not outside the thigh, the hip, but into the center of your body. So you can feel that your thigh is really pressing the right side of the abdominal cavity, the right side of your thorax, and your hands slowly come gently forward without moving your hips off the wall. Your shoulders roll off the wall, but your hands wrap around that right leg and you hug it through your wrists, through your forearms, through your elbows, through your triceps, and the right ear or right eyebrow comes slowly towards the right leg or right kneecap. Doesn't mean touching. Maybe it's the socket of the right eye. Maybe it's the chin. Maybe it's the nose. Maybe it's just moving closer as your right thigh gently contracts deeper in, and you can feel the pressure and the extension of the right side. contracting intentionally, letting those muscles on the right side of the abdomen and torso to become shorter, to contract when you exhale, and then expand the back muscles as you breathe in. And let your body one more time contract. Inhale when you in. One last time. Exhale deepest. Is your left leg still aligned? Are you still aware of the posture? When your body exhales, slowly prepare to undo. Breathe out in gentle, soft movement. Let your body realign. Let all your vertebrae, your muscles, your joints to realign, to raise your head, and to switch positions to let the right leg extend and contract your left leg as close into your glute area as you need to without shifting it outside your body, but into the center of your body. Is your right foot, kneecap, and toes able to align? Is your body able to exhale and separate the shoulders, the head off the wall, and then raise the torso over that left leg so your hands help your head move and shift deeper into that left knee and the left ear into the leg, the left eye socket, the eyebrow, chin into the throat, whichever is the position that is most appropriate. And what does it feel like to give the opportunity for your muscles and your nerve cords to really stretch? Is your right foot, your right knee pinching, numbing, acute discomfort, or even pain is absolutely not acceptable in you. So know your boundaries, respect your physical body. What is strength? How is strength related to being aware? Sometimes we confuse the role of strength to be forceful rather than to be respectful and aware. Where does strength come from? Observe the connection of your body movement with your breathing, with your heart rate, and all the work that you've done. You've turned your body against gravity, activated deep muscles. You've moved and shifted in directions to support your core, the column of your body, the vertebrae. What does this body work mean? What does health really mean? And when and if the body is able to feel the spine and the benefit it travels throughout every part, not just one section, but the entire body. Exhale very, very kindly. Observe your inhalation. That you're not forcing, you're simply opening the body as you're inhaling, and the exhalation softens any support that you may have been holding on to let the body shift. And you raise one vertebrae at a time. And you use your awareness of how your body is reshaping, realigning, re-expanding, and your left leg gently extends and opens in front. Sit for just a few breaths as if your back and shoulders are now even. You have the physical awareness, right? You have the feedback mechanism of your body to tell you through this intensity of your touch, the awareness of your pressure through your skin, which side is being pressed deeper. Can you balance it? Is there anything that you need to do or shift or change or micro arrange in your body to align? Still connected to your breathing. And when the body is ready, maybe the knees maybe fold. And for some of us, that might be very challenging. For some of us, it might be very easy to place the soles of your feet facing each other. And it doesn't matter how close to the hips the heels are brought in, your body will tell you how close is comfortable. And for some of us, the heels are very close to the groin area because that opens the inner thighs. And whichever intensity we choose, still the hips by opening the inner thigh. So it's not about the knees, it's not about the ankles, it's not rotating through, but it's about letting the hip individually, every hip bone is just expanding away from each other, opening the lower abdomen, allowing enough room for all the abdominal organs to be placed right in place, that the head and spine and shoulders are really connected to the wall behind us, that our eyes soften, that we find clarity, that we observe. Gentleness, that we find a breath out that softens. We find an inhalation that expands. How's your tongue? Where is my tongue placed? Can I softly press it towards the upper teeth in the back? So I can open my throat, my lips are soft, my breath is continuous through my nostrils without having to be forced. Taking my last few seconds to just let my body rest in this position. Very, very gently. Hugely important that we move gently with awareness as we shift from this position into the most comfortable seated position that your body reaches. That means your legs extended, one leg extended, the other one contracted, that your legs are easily crossed in front of your body into what is known as Sukhasana, and or half Padmasana, one foot in between calf or onto the thigh area, or both legs into your inner thighs into full Padmasana. Completely irrelevant, right? The form, the shape of our movement is completely irrelevant. The intention, the essence of the movement is what's most important. Is that we find our place seated, that we are sitting with the tailbone, the first chakra, the Muladhara, which is the chakra that connects us to earth, which is nothing but a symbolism of Mother Earth or divine love. And we ground it. And we raise up with every breath that energy through the vertebrae column, through our nadis, these very tiny filaments throughout the physical body, or through the subtle body, I should say, that connects all these other subtle senses. And the hands and the arms move towards the sides of the legs down, open the arms wide and up towards the sky as we raise your fingers, the thumbs towards the ceiling. The palms of the hands may touch, and the elbows may bend, and the thumbs come slowly towards the heart center into Anjali Mudra. So, what does it mean to anchor your body? What was your original intention of your yoga practice? How much have you traveled through in those few moments? Can you find a different shift that allows space for harmony? How does your body fit better within itself? How's the energy of your body fitting to your posture? How's your mind and thinking and intentions aligned in full harmony? And how that creates a sense of peacefulness, a realization of what is really true. All the things that we worried about, all the things that we carry with us, all the expectations we carry with us really make sense. And they're placed in a place maybe not as important as the present moment, where we can really engage into a sense of selfless, divine love.